Welcome, welcome to Celebrate Aging. We are so glad that you could join us for this segment as we remember Emmanuel and it's 45 years. 45 years Emmanuel has been in the community, and we are celebrating by talking to some of the people who began with Emmanuel, one being Lilian here, our good friend Lilian Hausman. She worked in the kitchen, and you said you even worked here before we had residents.
Right.
And it seems to me you were telling me a little bit about how you came to be employed here and that you signed up to be a kitchen worker.
Kitchen helper.
A kitchen helper, and then they made you the supervisor.
Right.
You must have had what it took. And you worked here how many years then?
20.
20 years. So we're going to be visiting with Lilian. And also we have Lee Ferber. And Lee Ferber was the only RN here for a number of years.
About 2 years.
About 2 years.
And then Charlotte Christensen came, another RN.
So but you didn't get to start when the doors opened with
No.
Emmanuel.
No, I had never worked in a nursing home, so I had been a nurse for years, but I hadn't worked in a nursing home, so they thought I couldn't open it. So I came about 8 years later.
Okay, and then you worked here how long?
24 years.
Wow. So you see, we have a wealth of information right here with Lilian and with Lee. And so we're just going to sit and reminisce a little bit about Emmanuel. And again, if you have memories of Emmanuel, if you've had an experience here with your family and you'd like to share your story, just please let us know, because we're collecting stories. We want to have a little handout on the day that we are going to celebrate, which is Wednesday, September the 30th, and it will be in the afternoon. We're going to have a blessing service. Pastor Halverson is going to be with us. We're going to have music with Tim Egerbrotten. We're going to have a car show display, 1964 cars out in the parking lot. Dave Karsnia is helping us arrange that. And we're also going to have a quilt display. And Lee said maybe she can find one of the quilts that she bought here from Emmanuel, for in those early days,
Yes,
the residents did make quilts.
Lovely quilts.
Lovely quilts. What else did the residents do here?
Oh, they did a lot of, making rugs. They had looms, and they did a lot of crafts of different kind. Edie Dretsch was the head of that, and she just loved doing it, and she really got the people interested in it.
Now, when you first started, there was just 60, did you have 64 or 100 residents?
We had 100 residents.
100 residents.
And then while I worked here, the first big thing was adding lamplighter. Mr. Hillman was administrator, and he was so excited about those new units there. And that has been a wonderful asset to our community. Yes. And then then the next big thing was adding the special care unit, and that was another 44 residents.
Okay.
So then we were 144.
Well, then we were growing.
We were growing.
And the staff must have had to grow right along,
Oh, yes.
huh?
But, at that time, the state was very generous with nursing homes. If you needed more help, you put in your request, and it seemed that we got more help.
Oh, okay.
And we had wonderful, I worked with wonderful administrators. First it was Mr. Hillman, and then it was Mark Hoplin, and they both were very fine men to work for.
And I think they were people of vision.
Yes, it was just really good.
And you said that they kind of changed with the times. Tell us about how the slacks came to be. Before, nurses were just wearing their little white short skirts.
One morning I came to work, and it was about 40 below wind chill. And I got to the telephone, and I said, Mr. Hillman, this is ridiculous. We need to wear slacks. And he said, okay, Lee, you go ahead.
And it caught on right away, didn't it?
It caught on. We just made it much easier on those cold mornings.
Oh, my, and just doing the work. Like you said, housekeepers and the kitchen, everybody was wearing dresses, and so it was nice that you could wear slacks.
Yeah, that was a big improvement.
I love that. Now, when we were talking about Mr. Hillman, Lilian, you said, too, that he was a big help in the kitchen as well, and that he even helped on when did you serve the lutefisk?
New Year's Eve.
On New Year's Eve. I was going to say Christmas Eve, but I knew that wasn't right.
He came those years. You put it in this big sink, and it had to be salt watered out of it or something, because he would come in every few hours. He'd drain the water, and he'd put fresh water on there. And so excited about it.
You weren't very excited about lutefisk, though.
No, not at all. I just came there that evening just to see what was going on.
But the residents loved it.
Yes.
And you said there had to be two
different sauces or whatever you want to call them. I think it was the Swedes wanted it with the drawn butter, and the Norwegians wanted it with cream sauce.
So there.
So we had. Now, if I get them changed,
yeah,
as you would guess, I'm German, and I don't like lutefisk. But anyway.
And you said that the lutefisk did something to the whatever you cooked it in. It took quite a bit to clean.
Oh, it was like glue. And those poor workers had to stay for hours to clean up those big roasters.
Oh, so that's a great memory. And then you said Mr. Hillman would eat up the leftovers. He didn't let any of it go to waste.
That's for sure. They had meals at home with it, and I'm sure he enjoyed every bite. Oh.
Now, Lilian, you also worked with the very first administrator, Mr. Brazzi?
Yeah, Steve Brazzi.
Steve Brazzi. And you said he was very tall.
Right.
And young. Was he like 20?
26, I think he was when he came there, when we opened the place.
So when he came into the kitchen, how tall were you compared to him?
Well, my eyes were at his high-class level, just like this.
Looked right into his chest.
Yeah,
but he also was a very easy person to be with. And
very, very understanding.
Good. Well, as we think about these 45 years, Lee, you said, too, that Mr. Hillman was very supportive. And what did he ask you once about if you could change something?
Yeah, he came after I worked here about maybe 2-3 weeks. He came and said, Lee, if you could change something around here, what would that be? And I said, I give everyone a private room. That was our biggest problem, to try to get roommates that really would cooperate with you.
Well, yes.
It was one wanted the window open, one wanted it closed, one wanted TV on.
That sounds like my home. Oh, well, we have such a good time remembering and reminiscing, and we thank Lee and Lilian for coming in today and just sharing this short 10 minutes. If you want to watch this program or tell your family about it, they can go on their computers to www.lakestv3.com. And you'll come up to the website of Channel 3 TV, and you can watch right here about Celebrate Aging, because we're continuing to do it, and we invite you on September 30th, which is a Wednesday, to come in the afternoon and celebrate and share your stories. That's what we're doing today, and that's what we do every day here at Emmanuel Community. So thank you, Lilian and Lee, and we'll see everyone on the 30th.